This is Late Night Health. This is the radio show that cares about the most important part of your life, your health. During the next hour, the insane Daryl Wayne and I are going to talk about a number of issues that touch each and every one of us. We're going to be spending some time, of course, talking about COVID, and we'll start the show with that. We're going to end up also talking about COVID on this edition with Robert Clancy as we talk about fitness. Because, of course, Daryl and I are two Adonises who know we should be working out, but probably don't do as much as we should. Have you gained any weight, Daryl?
Not recently. I've left it somewhere else.
Oh, okay. Got it. I found that I've gained a couple of pounds. We're going to start by going to South Florida, Fort Lauderdale area, and we're going to spend some time with Francesca Reicherter. I hope I got that close. She's the president of a company called Lunasphere. Francesca, welcome to Late Night Health.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Our pleasure. Everybody's concerned about COVID, and you and your father stepped up, and we're going to talk to your dad, who's the CEO of Lunasphere, in about 10 minutes or so. But we're going to start with you. You've created a disinfectant tunnel that can be used at home or in offices. You can put your groceries, your shoes, your wallet, your cell phone in it, and it kills not only bacteria, but more importantly, a virus. Am I accurate in my description?
Yes. So it's this UVC disinfectant tunnel designed for both residential and commercial use to effectively kill 99.9% of all virus and microbacterium.
Have you done any studies on it in testing? Because there are some other units out there. QVC sells one, but I think you have to keep and it's small, and you have to keep whatever you stick in the unit. I think it's 20 minutes or more to kill the viruses.
Yeah, so these UVC lights, they're special lights that have a patent on them, and they do emit very short ultraviolet wavelengths. They're from like 100 to 280 nanometers, and they're meant to damage the DNA of the bacteria, virus, and other pathogens, and it happens less than 60 seconds.
And by damaging the DNA of the virus, does it leave it ineffective? Is that what it does?
Yeah, so it results in the inability to reproduce, as well as killing the ones that are alive.
Because if I was at the market, if I took a bag of groceries and somebody else had touched, a tomato or something, and now I have that on the bag of groceries, it kills it so that I can't get the COVID, correct?
Yeah, so you wouldn't be able to get it from the surface of the tomato, whatever grocery you have. So if you took your grocery bags and you put it underneath, there's a little switch on it. You click it, turns on. There's a timer for 60 seconds, and it'll automatically turn off. And by the time you take it out on that surface, all of the germs and bacteria that are on there will be destroyed.
How did you come up with the idea? Was Lunasphere doing this before? Or is this a COVID-19 brainchild?
This was actually in response to COVID-19. My father came up with the idea of doing a cart wash because he had seen in the past, I think it was like 5 or 10 years ago, someone tried to come up with like a car wash for grocery store carts. And he was like, I wonder if we could do that with something different instead of using water and soap. What if we use something that was quicker, that would save grocery stores time and money and help them be able to turn around carts safely for their consumers? Because right now there's grocery stores with people standing outside wiping down carts all day. So that's where the idea came from. And I said, what if we made a residential version so now people could disinfect their groceries or their shoes, kids could disinfect their backpacks before taking them inside, and parents wouldn't have to worry about sending their kids to school and coming home and spreading germs that could infect their family.
Of course, kids in most parts of the country, not only is it summer vacation, but we're learning on Zoom, which is to keep that social distancing. If schools go back in the fall, can this be put into place in schools so that as kids come in and out, they're disinfected? Not the kids, because the UV lights would be damaging to a human being or a pet. Do not put your pet in the Lunasphere tunnel.
Exactly. But yes, these could be implemented in schools, and they could have students walk in and disinfect their backpacks so they walk into the class, and then disinfect them on the way out, textbooks, any product that they bring in with them that's not on their bodies personally, that wouldn't affect them putting their body underneath the UVC light, they could put into that machine.
What about what's inside a backpack or a briefcase, for example? Books, a pad of paper, maybe my iPad, my wallet. Is everything inside the backpack also disinfected, or do you have to take each individual element out?
Then taking each element out to effectively kill all the virus and germs. You don't want it to have anything in the way.
Got it. So what's your background? Are you a nanotechnology scientist by training?
No, so I'm actually finishing up my master's in information systems and operations management. So I'm more on the data analytics side and figuring out exactly how the wavelengths need to work, how far away the bulbs have to be from the surface, figuring out how to make the actual production work effectively and efficiently so that we can get these out to the mass consumers at the quickest rate and quickest price possible. So that way, or easiest price possible. So that way, everybody can have access to these and reopen their.
Gotcha. So you're basically you're a scientist.
We do work well with scientists to make sure that our products are doing exactly what they say they will.
Gotcha. What's it like working with your dad? I know he's in the office listening to you. We're going to talk to him in a few minutes. I will be asking him the same question. Is it difficult to work with your dad, or are you guys getting along really well?
We get along really well. We're honestly best friends. When I was younger, I would sit in his office with him all day and watch work, and I would create little business plans, present them to him. All I ever wanted to do was work with him. So I'm super excited to have the opportunity and learn. It's absolutely incredible.
Oh, that's really cool. That really is. Who runs the company? Are you the point person, or is your dad, or you do it together?
We do it together. So there's a lot of things that we both have to rely on each other for. So we definitely do everything together. We run everything by each other, make sure we're both in agreement, and make sure we both understand everything, so that way we can do everything as effectively as possible.
We're running out of time with Francesca. We're going to be talking with her dad, Bill, in just a couple of seconds. If you want information on the Lunasphere, you have to go to thelunasphere.com, thelunasphere.com, for more information. I wish you all the luck with this, and I'll have a bunch of questions to ask your dad, as well as what's it like working with his daughter. I've tried that with my daughter. We worked pretty well together, but we never got the project off the ground. We were writing a book about a father-daughter mystery detective series. Never did it. Anyway, I should. I'm going to call her up right after the show. I'm Mark Alyn. We're going to continue talking about Lunasphere as Late Night Health continues. Join us at latenighthealth.com. We'll be back. Recently, I met Jacqueline from Bright here in Los Angeles. She gave me a hearing exam and then showed me how to hear again with the new Signia Pure Series hearing aids, and she can give you your life back too. I hear birds chirping, birds cooing, and even my wife. They easily connect to my smartphone. The Signia hearing aids are amazing, and with the charge and go, I don't have to fiddle with batteries and hear all day long. Not hearing is frustrating for you and your family. I know you don't have a problem, but trust me, call Bright Here now for a free hearing exam, a $125 value, yours free, just for making an appointment now. There are offices throughout the Los Angeles area. Call Bright Here now at 323-424-7100. That's 323-424-7100 for a free hearing exam. There's no obligation. Call now, 323-424-7100, or visit them on the web at brighthere.com.
If you're listening to Late Night Health right now, you're part of the growing target of baby boomers we're serving. Hi, I'm Daryl Wayne, producer of Late Night Health, inviting you to join the Late Night Health family. If you have any business targeting the growing boomer market, Late Night Health is the ideal advertising vehicle for you. From vitamins to insurance, alternative health to Western-style medicine, Late Night Health caters to the growing population of those over 40 years old. This vibrant demographic has expendable income to fight aging, purchase travel, take care of aging parents, or just have fun. Find out about the advertising opportunities with Late Night Health. Call us at 805-391-0308. That's 805-391-0308, or email us at info@latenighthealth.com. That's info@latenighthealth.com. Join Late Night Health as we empower people to take charge of their own health care. Call now at 805-391-0308. That's 805-391-0308.
There's a lot of talk all over the internet about the remarkable benefits of Carbon-60, and baby boomers are especially excited about it. Greska's Carbon-60 is the premium Carbon-60, developed by an aerospace and NASA scientist. 95% of Greska's customers report positive results from this Nobel Prize-winning technology in just 4 days. Imagine more energy, better health, and more vitality. It's very bioavailable to quickly mend toxin-crippled cells. This is a super powerful antioxidant. Bob Greska is so confident that you'll love his Carbon-60, he wants to send you a bottle at 50% off the regular price to see how life-changing this will be for you. Call 720-600-6040. That's 720-600-6040. Visit c-60.com to learn more. Call 720-600-6040 now, or visit c-60.com. Late Night Health continues. I'm Mark Alyn, along with the insane Daryl Wayne. A little bit later on, we're going to be talking about fitness, and we'll be speaking with a woman who has got a book called Bigger, Better, Braver. That'll be coming up a little bit later in this episode of Late Night Health. We return to Fort Lauderdale, and we're going to spend some time with Francesca's dad. He's Bill. He is the CEO of Lunasphere. And Bill, welcome to Late Night Health. Are you enjoying working with your daughter?
I do enjoy working with my daughter. You know, when she was little, watching her grow up, I couldn't wait for the day that she graduated college and was going on to other degrees and was able to help me out and kind of take over some of the reins.
Well, when she brings a boy home, you're going to cry.
Luckily, she's not interested. She's a career woman right now, so hopefully it stays that way for a while.
Yeah, I know. I tried that one too. Doesn't work. They
work.
fall in love. They move away. They never call. But maybe you'll be lucky. How did you come up with the idea of Lunasphere?
Well, it's kind of on accident. As the COVID came out, and being in the construction industry with the signage company that I own, as we were watching things get shut down and more people getting infected, the opportunity kind of presented itself for my manufacturing background to try to find a solution. So looking into different solutions, we started in a little bit of the PPE industry, And as the manufacturer and mindset that I have, I was looking at these lights and I was looking at building a structure. And I spoke with Francesca, and we just came up with this as a way to help not only give back, but to protect people.
And that is something we should talk about. A percentage of the sales from Lunasphere are being presented to My Generation Foundation. It's a Florida nonprofit founded by Lunasphere, the president, Francesca, that focuses on promoting mental health awareness. And maybe we'll do another interview in the next couple of months on My Generation Foundation. We'll talk about that at that time. UV seems to me to be a great way of battling COVID-19.
It is. There's different type of light bulbs that are out there. UVC is the strongest that we're using in these tunnels. So we have a tunnel for grocery chain stores where they can put it on top of the conveyor belts. We're also developing a UVC box that's kind of like a car wash where you can take the actual carts and you line them up on a conveyor belt, and it takes the carts right through it with the UVC light hitting it. And then also we're looking at doing golf carts with that same type of cart system, and all different type of carts actually that are in the medical field and bakeries. I mean, everything. So we're developing lines of business that have to do with killing bacteria and the COVID disease.
And other pathogens too, I would imagine.
Yes, there's a whole list of them. Francesca speaks more versed on all that because she's the one that deals with the scientists and the people that we actually do our testing with. That's one of her main responsibilities. With all the different bacteria and disease and the COVID, and it's more on top of people's mind now to be mindful of taking care of themselves. Where before this, we never gave a thought to how dirty a card is, or how dirty money is, or how dirty anything is that we engage with every day. And now, since it's on the forefront of people's minds, Francesca and myself are looking for different products to develop to help deal with these situations.
And 60 seconds is nothing. Is the UVC light more effective than the chemicals that they're spraying on carts? More effective than the sanitizing gel that we use?
It is. Sanitizing gel, I can't speak 100% to that, but the cleaning that they're doing on carts or wiping down, the problem with that is, number one, most of these places, like when I stand out in front of our local supermarket here and I watch it, the kids are using the same rags over and over again, and they're spraying down the carts. They're getting themselves all full of the stuff from the rags, spraying on them. They're missing half the cart, because they're running through or trying to get it back in line for somebody else to use. It's really not effective. It's not really safe for the young men and women that they have out there washing carts down. It's just not, and it's not even cost effective for the supermarket. So it's something that needs to be addressed. And now we're seeing more and more of these supermarkets in the news, and they're having COVID cases inside the supermarket with their employees. So there has to be a better way, and there has to be a better way to protect the employees, the patrons. I think these stores, especially the large box stores, they have a moral obligation really to take care of employees and customers so they have a safer environment for everybody. And that's another thing that we try to focus on with our equipment.
What is the average tunnel cost?
For the supermarket, the inline ones for the checkout counters, they're about $1,900, and the cart washes are about $30,000.
Wow, that's going to make the price of lettuce go up, is it not?
Well, when we were doing all the numbers, Francesca did our performer, and we were looking at costs that are involved. And if they take the average 2 employees at minimum wage that are cleaning the carts over a year's time, they're looking at almost $80,000 in payroll just for that, without the materials they're using, the chemicals. So they're hitting somewhere close to $90,000 a year just in payroll to clean carts now.
Yeah, I was I was at Trader Joe's, and I thought the same thing. You know, there were 2 guys outside, maybe 3, and they were, you know, wiping down the carts, spraying them. They're letting the chemical sit there, because when I grab it, it's wet. So I always grab a wipe to dry it off a little bit, and I find it is a little ineffective.
It is.
But they could go through
what attracts to that wetness when you take the cart in there, right? Things get attracted to something that's wet and it sticks. So to me, it's just not an effective thing. And there's a lot of really smart, graduated people in this country that work in top positions in these companies, and for them to think that spray was really a good idea, I just don't understand it. They could have came out with a much better way of doing it.
Yeah, but I think at the time they needed to do something. We have to be able to buy food. We don't need to go to the movies. We don't need to go bowling, but we do need to go to the market. And I think this is a great opportunity. We should be really careful in saying that if you buy one of the Lunasphere units, you have to be careful of the UVC. Don't let your pets in there. Don't put your hands in there, because it can burn you. And
correct.
Right. If you want information, if you want to take a look, go to Lunasphere, thelunasphere.com, thelunasphere.com. And Bill, thank you very much for spending some time with us. Let Francesca know we've enjoyed speaking with her as well. And we wish you all the luck. We'll do a checkup maybe in a couple of months and see how you guys are doing. All right?
Thank you. I appreciate being on the call. And Francesca, I appreciate the opportunity to let her speak, because she's got a lot of great ideas for the future.
Got it. Hold on a second, Bill. I'm Mark Alyn, along with the insane Daryl Wayne. Late Night Health continues. Be sure to visit us at latenighthealth.com, latenighthealth.com.
The latest from the greatest, the best in new music by classic rockers, with your host, the insane Daryl Wayne.
This is Alice Cooper, and if Daryl Wayne is insane, what does that make me? Criminally insane. Stick around to find out.
Many of the artist interviews for the latest from the greatest have been captured on audiobook. There is a Volume 1 and Volume 2. Great information and conversations with people in the industry and people surrounded by the industry, and of course the rock stars themselves.
I'm the Reverend Al Green, and you're listening to the insane Daryl Wayne. And I said Wayne Insane.
You can find it on Amazon or Blackstone Audio. Search for the latest from the greatest from Daryl Wayne, DARRELLWAYNE.
Hello, this is Weird Al Yankovic, and you're listening to the insane Daryl Wayne, aren't you?